Well, my first congratulations. It's finally here. You're going into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. You knew this for quite some time. What are the emotions that are swirling around right now?
Just gratitude. I think now that I'm here and around everybody, it just feels very like a family, right? Just family reunion of greatness. So I'm humbled, but I'm also excited that my family gets to be here and just having a moment just to be together and appreciate each other.
I think about your chapters as a basketball athlete. UConn, the Lynx, USA Basketball, each won a championship level time period that you had there. When you think back to each section of your basketball career, what stands out for each one?
I think just the consistency of the teammates that I had. You know, you talk about UConn, right? Obviously, the culture, the people, just top notch. And then I get to have Lynx teammates and UConn teammates and UConn alum on my Olympic journey, right? Coach Raymond was the head coach for the Olympics. And then obviously our Lynx dynasty was just super special, having so many selfless superstars. So I think I'm telling you my secret. It actually wasn't just about me being great. I had so many great legends literally around me, especially right now. You look at Sue and Sil coming into the same class as me. They were my Lynx and USA Basketball teammates.
It's pretty wild that you're going in with teammates from different chapters of your basketball life. When you were experiencing it, how much did you realize you were playing with fellow Hall of Famers?
Oh yeah, I was super aware. I was like that kid on the team. So 2010, I was still in college, but I got to go on the national team at that point. And so I was the baby for the first half of my USA basketball experience. So I was very aware, like I'm playing with greats, I'm playing with the greatest. I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna follow them around, I'm gonna bug them until they tell me all their secrets. So that really paid off for me as I finished out my career.
For the fans that are really into the WNBA now and this era, you know, obviously with Caitlin and Angel and everyone. But Caitlin, I remember she's talked about going to Minnesota Lynx games, watching you. I hope people remember that your era, and even those before you, really started what we're seeing now. How proud are you of that?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that hopefully continues to be a marker for the women's game is how much we do respect and look at the ones who've gone before us. I remember watching Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops and Lisa Leslie and Teresa Weatherspoon and Rebecca Lobo, all those players when the league first started. And so, you know, you look at players like Paige who pay homage to those who've gone before as well. So as long as our current players are keeping their heads and keeping that perspective of they're a part of a long legacy, I think the game will continue to be what it needs to be.
You also left on your terms. A lot of athletes can't do that. And you've had this great second chapter of giving back to the community, of helping others. What has that been like in this part of your life to leave on your own terms and continue really to help people, mentor in this next chapter?
Yeah, it's been an unexpected journey. I've just been living and trying to take it one day at a time. I think when I took my shift away from the game, I was trying to be honest with everybody and telling them I literally don't know what next year is going to look like. Stay with me, but I have to go do this. I have to follow where my heart's leading for my own well-being and for my people. And so that's been the most, I think, redemptive part of this whole thing is all of my basketball journey, the highs and the lows. A lot of the lows people didn't necessarily see, just the grind and the challenge of being what we were on the court. Those characteristics in that journey helped fortify me for the even greater challenge of trying to bring health, wellness, thriving justice to my community, to our communities. So it's super rewarding. And now when people run into me as a basketball player, they're like, thank you for what you did for the game, but also thank you for who you are for your community. And I just hope that's contagious and people get inspired to know you don't have to be me to follow your heart and to look out for your neighborhood. So we'll see where that keeps going, but so far it's been really fruitful.
Last thing on that, the fact that you have now this new legacy, how much has that shown to others that there is life after basketball? You have to take ownership of it and try to do the best that you can with it, and you have done that. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's huge because it gives more meaning to everything, right? You look at an organization like the Lynx or the Yukon culture, and how Gino really teaches us to take ownership of the team. This is your team. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all these things. You have to do it. That's what we do in our communities, right? You don't have to be Gino. You don't have to be me. That's the whole point, is for us to all be these champions in right where our feet are, right where they're placed. So I think it's exciting. I think hopefully it's inspirational to people to know this great things that you're maybe watching on TV or in the arena doesn't have to stop there. And so you just never know where that inspiration is going to go. And hopefully we can hear more and more stories of people being champions in their own neighborhoods.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.